Hi, welcome to this new video. In this video, we'll talk about how you can get rid of the waste sitting inside your body. In other words, give your internal body a bath. Once that happens, you'll automatically lose weight, have clearer skin, greater energy, and much more mental clarity. Before we move ahead, let's discuss what happens to your food after it leaves your hand and enters your body. You may already know that first it goes into your stomach where it's broken down, then to your intestines, and finally it's excreted as waste. But do you think that every food takes the same amount of time to finish this cycle? Of course not. Fruits take about 3 hours to digest and eliminate. 1 hour in your stomach, 1 in the small intestine, and 1 in the large intestine. Vegetables take a little longer, about 6 hours. What about grains, which basically include wheat, rice, lentils, and beans? They take 18 hours to digest and eliminate. Now, of course, these figures are just estimates to give you an idea. Basically, the less water in a substance, the harder it is for our body to digest it. Grains take 18 hours to pass through your system, and most of us are eating them 3 or maybe 4 times a day. This means even before the last meal was digested, we throw in more food to digest, and quite naturally, the last meal is left undigested. It does not exit our body through stool. It rots and ferments and decays inside. It grows molds, viruses, and fungus inside the intestines. Have you heard those creepy stories of tapeworms being found in people's intestines? Of course, those people didn't eat tapeworms. So how did they get there? Through the rotting, undigested food sitting inside the colon. You might have heard the saying, "You are what you eat." True, but more importantly, you are what you ate. That burger you ate a year ago might still be sitting inside you. Stuff like bread, cheese, namkeen, snacks, biscuits, tea, coffee, fast food, sugar, and mostly everything that does not directly come from Mother Nature is extremely difficult to digest and eliminate. It sticks to the walls of our intestines and forms a thick coating. This is how our intestines look. They have millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi. When we eat these unnatural dead foods, they stick inside our intestines in the form of waste. Over the years, this waste forms a thick coating on the walls of our intestines. The villi absorb whatever is stuck to them and transport it to the bloodstream, and from there, it's delivered to each and every cell of the body. Now imagine if there's rotting dead waste sticking to our intestines, then automatically, that's what the villi absorb and transport to every cell. Naturally, this waste surrounds our organs, blocks their functioning, and we call it disease. If it sticks to the layers in our skin, we call it acne, eczema, psoriasis. If it forms a stone in the kidney or the gallbladder, we call it a stone. What about excess weight? If you want to lose the waste, you gotta lose the waste. If it accumulates in the ovaries, we call it a cyst. And here come problems like PCOD, menstrual disorders. If it sticks to our intestines, it causes constipation, and constipation is the mother of all diseases. If this waste gets stuck in the airways, making it difficult to breathe, we call it asthma. If it forms plaque inside our artery walls, we call it cholesterol. Today, this waste might have manifested as a small problem, but if we don't clean it up, tomorrow the same waste will take a much more destructive state like a tumor or a cancer cell. So by taking out this waste, these toxins, disease is automatically cured because no disease can survive in a body that's clean internally. Now, if you're not healthy, if you're overweight, constantly popping pills, or having to go to the doctor every 3rd day, then we're truly not experiencing life to the fullest. This human body is Mother Nature's precious gift to us. Soon we will return it back to her. In the time we have it, it's our duty to keep it clean, bustling with energy, and healthy the way that she's designed it to be. If you put diesel in a car that was meant for petrol, it won't work. To make it work again, you first need to take out the diesel and then put in the petrol. Same with us. Our body was meant for this, but we accidentally fed it with this. No wonder it's not properly working. So step 1 is to take out the bad stuff, the waste, and step 2 is to take in the good stuff, the right food. Ayurveda says if your food is wrong, medicine is of no use. If your food is right, medicine is of no need. So please watch this video till the end so you don't miss out, because I'll share with you exactly what you need to do. The number 1 thing you need to start doing is intermittent fasting. The healing power that will remove the toxins, cure disease, and make you lose weight is sitting inside each of our bodies, not in a pill or a vaccine or a drug. The doctor that cures you is inside your body, and by intermittent fasting, you let this healing power do its work. And there's proof for this. When you break a bone, a plaster is placed on your arm to keep it in place to give it rest. In a few days, the bone will automatically join itself. It's not like there's some medicine in the plaster. So what is that power that joins the broken bone? It's your healing power. When you get a cut, even if you don't put a band-aid on it, in a few days it automatically stitches itself back together. So what is that power that stitches this cut back? It's your healing power. This healing power is an enormous, magnificent power of Mother Nature. If it can join a broken bone, can it not break stones, lumps, cysts in your body? Can it not remove these toxins? Can it not cure diabetes, blood pressure, obesity, or arthritis? Of course it can, because the healing power doesn't know what your disease is called. These terms are given by doctors. Once the healing power starts fixing, it fixes everything. No matter where it's located, no matter how long it's been there. But there's a little problem. We never let our healing power do its work. We constantly keep interrupting it. We keep diverting it. We keep disturbing it. You know how? By always eating. As soon as we eat something, this healing power leaves whatever it was doing before and starts digesting and eliminating our food. The healing stops and the process of digestion begins. Unfortunately, we're constantly eating 3, sometimes 4 times a day. Our healing power is always digesting. We have 2 slices of toast for breakfast. Before that was digested, we put in a bowl of rice for lunch. Before the rice was digested, we put in 2 more breads for dinner. So the stomach is constantly working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never getting a break. It's no surprise that it will not heal. And it's no surprise that people are more sick today than they've ever been before. They're always eating. If you want this healing power to do its work, you must from time to time give digestion a break. We suggest that you give a 16-hour break to your stomach every night. For example, if you eat dinner at 8 p.m., eat nothing till 12 noon the next day. At 12 noon, you have your first solid meal of food. What you're basically doing is fasting for 16 hours every day and eating in an 8-hour window. It's called intermittent fasting. In the morning before noon, you can take easily digestible liquids such as coconut water or vegetable juices, but no fruit juice, tea, coffee, or milk. Now this is much easier than it sounds because most of the time you're not eating, you're sleeping. Fasting might seem abnormal to us at first, but actually, this is how Mother Nature has designed our bodies. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors didn't have supermarkets, refrigerators, or food available all year round. Sometimes they couldn't find anything to eat, and our bodies have evolved to be able to fast. If anything, fasting from time to time is more natural than constantly eating 4 times a day. What hours you want to fast, that's totally up to you. Some people find it difficult not to eat food until 12 p.m., but find it easy to eat their last meal of the day at 6 p.m. In this case, you could fast every day from 6 p.m. till 10 a.m. the next morning. Whatever fits your schedule. Through daily 16-hour fasts, your body gets a chance to do a little healing every day. And if 16 is too much, don't worry. In the beginning, start with 14 and then stretch. That's okay. You might already be doing 12 hours of fasting. It's not that difficult. Let's say you have dinner at 8 p.m. and your first solid meal at 12 p.m. the next morning. Your dinner, if healthy, would probably get digested in 6 hours. So from 8 p.m. till 2 a.m., your digestion hours are going on. As soon as the healing power is done digesting your food, what does it start doing? Starts healing. So the next 10 hours will be your healing hours. This is when it rebuilds tissue, fades away old scars, replaces old damaged or dead cells in your skin. It dissolves stones in your kidney and gallbladder, removes extra fat from your cells, breaks cysts, fibroids, and regularizes your hormones. It cleans your intestines, removes the mucus blocking your airways, and clears the plaque in your arteries. Your healing power goes into the depths of every organ and pulls out the toxins lying there and pushes them out of your body through stool, urine, sweat, and breath. Now it's also very important that your dinner is a light meal. We suggest having a salad or a soup. If you eat a heavy meal full of grains like breads, rice, or lentils, it would take more digestion hours, leaving you with little or no healing hours. Here's the diet we recommend: coconut water, ash gourd juice, or any other fresh vegetable juice in the morning. 2 hours later, have breakfast in which you can have a big platter of fresh seasonal fruits. For lunch, have grains, veggies, breads or roti or brown rice or quinoa. For dinner, have a salad or a soup. If you feel hungry in between, have coconut water or fresh grated coconut. The point is to have grains just one time a day. Also, do not overeat. Too much of a good thing is not that good. Always leave your stomach a little empty. The speed of how quickly you recover from a disease or how much weight you lose is proportionate to how many healing hours you give to your body. If you are fasting 16 hours every night, in 1 week, you have given about 112 healing hours. In 1 month, about 450 healing hours. In 3 months, about 1,500 healing hours. And in 1,500 healing hours, all chronic diseases, diabetes, cholesterol, PCOD can be cured from the root. If you're young or if your problem is not that old, it would probably take you much less time than even that. Just make sure you also follow the diet that I've suggested. This formula is an estimation. It varies from person to person, age to age. But the principle stays the same. People who start fasting and follow this diet 98% of the time, just about a month or two later they've cured their health problem, their weight has reduced, their skin has become clearer, and all of this even after giving up medicine. Mother Nature's powers are infinite. Recently, they even made a documentary on fasting. Let me show you a little glimpse.
What we're doing here is reversing all of type 2 diabetes and all its downstream complications with fasting.
It's very different than when someone simply cuts calories.
Fasting was 6 times better at getting rid of the dangerous fat.
Probably the number one thing that I noticed is weight control.
I went 7 days and lost 20 pounds.
I lost 40 pounds.
I never gained it back.
I've lost close to 100 pounds and still counting.
You actually can work out harder than you've ever done.
I've always worked out on an empty stomach in a fasted state.
I was taking 210 units of insulin a day. I haven't had insulin since.
And now think about the fact that 100 million Americans are either diabetic or pre-diabetic.
They don't have this type 2 diabetes problem anymore.
That's all they need to do.
It saved my life.
It's like better than medicine.
There's nothing in medicine today that can induce these effects.
I was on medication for high blood pressure as well as for cholesterol.
And 2 weeks later, she came in and her blood pressure was normal.
And I'm no longer taking a statin drug.
So your fatty liver is completely reversed.
Anti-inflammatory.
A host of autoimmune diseases.
And that was in 2010, and I haven't had a headache since.
The 3 most influential people in the history of the world, Jesus Christ, the Prophet Muhammad, and Buddha, probably only agreed on one thing, and that was the power of fasting.
Fasting is an essential part of our Christian faith. Christ taught it by his own example.
I need to tell everybody about the fasting. I need to tell everybody because I think it's going to save sanity. I think it's going to save lives.
At least in my fasting cycles are as powerful as chemotherapy.
Continued to see that lump diminish until now it's gone.
No cancer.
For 21 years, I have been cancer-free.
If you don't need to think about food till noon, you're much more productive. You get more things done in the day because you don't have to keep thinking about food. So I hope that by now you know exactly what you need to do to clean your body internally, how to take the inner garbage out. I feel very fortunate to have learned these timeless principles of Mother Nature, and now it's my pleasure to share it with you. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below, and make sure to share this video with someone who you think might benefit from this. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next one.